Everyone?
Good evening, Vani ma'am.
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Do I start?
Just a minute, ma'am. I'll just introduce you to the speakers. So, dear participants, we are going to start off with the second session of this of the FDP, today's FDP. So, it's my honor to introduce our distinguished speaker, Dr. Vani Chinta, who has 17 years of teaching experience in the business management discipline at the University College of Engineering, Osmania University. Dr. Vani is a prolific academician and author. She has written 2 remarkable books, one on migration and remittances and another on MOOCs in HR management in higher educational institutions. Beyond her authored books, she has published numerous research papers in reputed national and international journals and has contributed chapters to many books published by esteemed institutions. Her expertise is widely recognized and she has delivered invited talks on emerging topics and motivational sessions across Telangana and other states. Today, Dr. Vani will enlighten us on the concept and emergence of circular economy, focusing on its role in eliminating carbon footprints and energy management. Our session will also include compelling case studies and examples of companies adopting circular economy practices for energy management. We are privileged to have such experienced and insightful speaker with us today. And now I'll hand over the session to Dr. Vani Chinta ma'am. Please carry it with the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, madam. Yes. Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Vani Chinta from Osmania University, Hyderabad. I am happy today to be here with you all today. So I hope you all are fine by God's grace. Today I am going to talk about the circular economy and its role in minimizing carbon footprints so that the ecological balance can be maintained and the valuable natural resources which are limited in supply can be better used. We can efficiently use those resources and so that it can be retained and can be useful for the future generation. Now, before starting my session, so I want to highlight the outline of my presentation. Is my screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, right. 1 second. Pardon me. 1 second, because I could not able to adjust to the full screen. That's the reason. Okay, now I think it's in big screen. Okay. Now, before starting the session, so I want to just highlight the outline of my presentation. So my presentation will carry the introduction and aim of my presentation, and the benefits can be expected out at the end of this presentation. Then I have a small brainstorming activity of 2 minutes, not more than that. Then I will explain about the difference between the traditional economy, which is also called the linear economy, and the circular economy. Then why the circular economy is that much important, and what's the need that we must follow the circular economy. So we'll be discussing on that. Then how the circular economy is facilitating in sustainable energy management, and who are the solution providers, how they're helping out in this particular aspect. After that, we will be discussing, and I want to make you aware about the overview of companies adopted the circular economy across the national and international borders. Then at the end of my presentation, I will be highlighting the barriers and opportunities to the circular economy. The aim of my presentation is to create awareness that how the circular economy practices can reduce the negative impact of the planet caused by this traditional economy, which is the production and consumption models, which I will be explaining in detail once I start the topic. The presentation also highlights or focuses the shift toward the circular economy that promotes the sustainable development by retaining the valuable natural resources through the energy management technique and reducing the waste. So the whole thing matters on the how efficiently I will reduce the waste so that it should not cause any danger or harm to the environment, because the healthier the environment, the healthier we are. So if the environment, the surroundings is hygiene and neat and clean, automatically we can hope, there is some hope will be there for the life on this planet. So we need to protect our mother earth by reducing the wastage, first point. So that is the main aim of my presentation. Then the benefits can be expected at the end of my presentation is we can that the participant can better understand the concept of the circular economy, though it is somewhat new compared to the traditional economy, and its significance and how the companies are adopting these practices, and that helps to reduce the carbon footprints and contributes to the global sustainability. Now, the circular economy promotes innovation or creativity in redesigning the existing product so that the new product cannot be produced. So before producing the new product, the existing product, instead of throwing into the garbage, I will redesign it and make it put into the I just put into use again. Okay, so it reuse, and again I can modify also and repair also, so that existing product, only the life of the existing product will be enhanced. So that's the one here the circular economy promotes. And the long-term benefits, generally businessmen only look for the benefits, right? So we know that the goal of the business is profit, but long-term benefit, generally businessmen hesitate because they want only the short-term benefit, because for them risk and uncertainty always prevails, so they don't want to take any chance. But here the circular economy will motivate the businessman that you will benefit will always be there, but as long as we survive in the planet, then only we can enjoy those benefits. Suppose I will look only for the short-term benefit, then in the long run, if there is no chance of survival, then what's the use of getting benefit? So this is the circular economy will motivate the businessmen so that they can adopt the circular economic practices. Now, before diving into this exciting topic, I want to ask a simple question, one small brainstorming activity, what I said earlier. So please concentrate. No, what are the disposables? So I just expect the participants, please put messages in the chat box provided so that I can see the answer, that how many participants are actively participating and know about these topics and showing interest. So it will motivate me to discuss more in detail, right? So I hope that you will understand and you enjoy the session. So we are starting the session. So before that small activity, that I just want to ask you, what are the disposable items? Disposable items means what? Examples. Though you will feel that very small question, ma'am, you are asking. So I want to know, what are the disposable items? Yes. Yes, paper cups, plastic bottles. Yes, very good. Yes, very good. So now paper cups, do you think that paper cups are alternative to plastic cups or something? Is it alternative to plastic? Yes. Yes, paper cups, yes, they are the alternative, but not fully biodegradable because it is polythene coated. So, but still it is better than the plastic. But now we are looking for that. What are the disposable items and why do we use? And I want to ask before that one more question. Though we are well aware about the disposable items, now just let me know that how many of you today have used the disposable items? How many of you have used the disposable item today? I'm just waiting in the chat box. Yes, 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 very good. Thank you. So that means almost all of us, we are one way or the other way, in one purpose or the other purpose, we are using the disposable items. Now, the second question is, why do we use? Why there is a craze of disposable items these days? In fact, I can say it is highly demanded. Everywhere we are seeing the disposable items and everyone preferring the disposable items, right? Now, why? Why do we use? Is there any benefit for that? Yes. Yes, Nazir. Ease of usage, right? Packaging purpose. Yes. No need to wash, one time use. Very good. Because it is biodegradable. No. No. If it is a biodegradable, then we will not ask about the disposable. These are non-biodegradable. That's why this topic has come. So these all workshop, these all the FDP based on that. If it is biodegradable, there is no question. But the point is, it's not biodegradable. Of course, affordable cost, available, ease of access, this. Accessing is easier and everything. I think there are so many benefits are there. Okay, that's the reason we use the disposable items. I can say that it is leakage free, heat resistant, convenient, it saves time, labor, right? So there are so many benefits are there. That's why we are looking for the disposable items, right? So now I want to know, right, because of the benefits, we are using disposable items and these are non-biodegradable items. Fine. So we are happy, consumers are happy and producers are also happy. So the economy stops, we might think. The economy circle only stops, we are thinking. But it's not like that. Now, my third question is, yes, disposable items are there and we are using because of these benefits, fine. Now, despite of all these advantages, I would like to ask that once the usage of the product is done, then where it goes at the end? That means, where do we keep it? What's the end goal of this particular product or the disposable item? What all we are using, right? So what's the end goal of this particular product? We are going to throw it, right? We are going to throw it. What you can say, dispose it. But is my work over? The consumer thinks in that way. Yes, I have consumed, I purchased the product, consumed, now over, that work is over. Now I have to throw in the scrap. I will consider it as a scrap item and throw in the garbage. Okay, so though these disposable items are non-biodegradable products, they end up in landfills and polluting the environment and causing the health issues. Because these days, the number of people or the consumption increases and it crosses the limit that the disposable items are just simply piled up layer by layer and taking the shape of a mountain. Okay, so what happens that it is occupying the land space of the earth and polluting the environment, creating the bacteria, polluting the air, and this causes the health issues for all the public. Then when my health is not well, when I am not living in a healthy and hygiene environment, then how could I think that I can live long life, right? Another thing, not only the people are throwing on that means it will not only cause to landfills, but also it is also the people are throwing into the water bodies. So water bodies like the sea maybe or ocean maybe, which takes the aquatic life. If this continues, life becomes hell in the universe. Okay, so the businessman may be, consumer may be, it may be anyone. If this type of situation appears, then the days are very near where you can never think that we have a planet like Earth and we are surviving. Right? So hence it is important to save the planet and protect our Mother Earth. For this, we must manage the energy sources. Okay, so all of us very much aware about the energy sources. We are having two types of energy sources. One is renewable energy sources like solar, wind, hydropower, thermal energies like that. And another one is non-renewable sources. So we know very much that renewable means we can again renew the source of energy. Non-renewable means what all is given by the nature that we can use it, we can extract, but cannot regenerate. Okay, and these non-renewable resources are limited in supply. So what are the non-renewable resources might be? It might be the coal, crude oil, and natural gas. So these all things we are using these resources for electricity generation, construction purpose, manufacturing the things. Okay, variety of things we are manufacturing, constructing the building, road, railway. There's so many things we are using these energy resources. Okay, these energy sources we are using. So we need to make efficient use of them and preserve them for our future generation. Why? Why do I need to preserve? Because these non-renewable resources are limited in supply. If everything we only will extract, this present generation will extract and consume, then what will be left for the future? Then it will stay like a history. It will be like history for the future generation, right? So that's the reason we need to make use of the non-renewable resource in such a way that so that it should not go waste. That means I can say that we should not overuse it. How much required, that much only we will use, like it is called the efficient usage. Then we will invest in technologies like we can say the solar panels. Okay, so we can retain the energy, and in the night time or any time in any sort of work, we can use that energy and create awareness among the people to practice the crop rotation. So you might be having the idea about the crop rotation. Do anyone knows about the crop rotation? Please type in the chat box. Crop rotation, do anybody knows? Yes, crop rotation means here's something that in the same area of land we will just grow different types of crops. Some 2-3 crops first year, another year another 2-3 crops, like that same year, so that the soil tillage, that what you can say soil tilling, so that will be reduced. Okay, so that the fertility of the soil can be enhanced. So the crop rotation, that practice we can develop, right? So here now, so here that to protect the environment, this energy management is a must. So we understood, right? Without the energy, we cannot do anything. We cannot think of anything. So we need, what we were supposed to do now to protect the environment. First, I need to protect the energy. If it is renewable, I will see the multiple uses of the energy, and I will the limited energy only I can use it for multiple purpose, and so that it will be left out with extra energy which can be used further, right? So, and these energies resources are very, very important, and one must be aware of these things, right? So here the organic farming also we can encourage to maintain the soil fertility, so that this type of awareness we have to inculcate in the minds of the people, right? Now, so these are things we know about the energy sources and how the disposable things are piling up and creating a waste, and that waste how it is being hazardous for the life on the planet. So those things we understood, and how to protect the energy and preserve the energy also we understood. Now my question is, how and why the circular economy is coming into this picture? How the circular economy is playing a role in protecting the environment or minimizing the carbon footprint. That is my topic of my presentation, right? So how it is helping out and making our life sustainable. That means we can live long and happily and healthy life, right? What the circular economy is doing, and how it is, what are the practices of circular economy, right? So before knowing about the circular economy, first we must know that what is economy. Economy means what? Or the traditional economy or the present economy. Generally, the term economy says what? Okay, so economy says, now I want to know from your side, because this is one different topic. So I want to know, yes, can anyone? What is economy? Finance management? No, no, no. What is economy? Economy means what?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Sorry, good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
Economy means using it legibly in the economical way to save energy.
Okay.
Not
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Yes. Yes. Let me answer to you. Yes, rotation of money or products. Yes, money word compulsory must be there in economy when I'm saying. So economy is the creating wealth or creating products. So here I can say the economy means that from how I am creating the product so that I can create wealth. First, how I'll create the product? First, I will extract the resources from the nature. Okay, then I will go through the process of production, then produce the final product which is ready for consumption. Then it will go to the end goal, or the end user is the consumer. He will consume the product, and after consuming that, then what all the, which means that's no use of that product. After consuming that, the state of the product is that it cannot be used for anything else. Then he will simply dispose it. So the process starts from taking, making, and throwing or disposing. I can simply say creating waste, right? So that is the economy. Economy is how efficiently I am able to create wealth and create products and services. Yes, best use of resource with minimal waste. Very good, very good. Yes, that means the money to be rotation of money in the sense that means starts is first I need to take the resources. Yes, money, and I will produce the product. Then again I will sell the product. Then it will be the rotation of money. Okay, that means creation of wealth, right? So here, sorry, I don't know why it is right now. So here the traditional economy, you can, as I just now explained, so it takes the resources from the nature. Okay, the resources we are getting from the nature, and maybe the raw material. Here the resources means the raw material or the thing. Suppose I am producing the furniture, or suppose I am producing anything else. So I need the timber, or I need the other oil, or I need the other, any other raw material, or the seeds, or anything, or the this type of things. What I am getting, the raw material, what you can see, the input. Then next I will go through the process and meet the final goal, and once it is produced, then I will deliver to the consumer who wants that product, and he will consume that, use that, and get benefit after this, out of this product. Okay, then simply he dispose, saying that it's useless, it is a scrap, right? So that means this is the economy. But in this particular, the process what I have seen at the end, everything starting it was good only, but at the end it is treating it as a scrap. But before that, before few moments, he was taking it as a valuable item, right? After using that, he is thinking a scrap and throwing out. So it's creating a waste. Okay, so when he's creating the waste, and when it is continuous in a huge amount, then it breaks the environment cycle, because when it pile up, then it will start decomposing and it will create the hell, right? So what you can say, that it pollutes the environment or makes our environment unhygiene. Okay, now I want to know that, I want to say one thing. What if we just flip the scenario? Okay, what I said, no, take, make, and dispose. I want to flip the scenario. That means I can simply say I will do the U-turn, right? So economy means it is going in a straight way, take first, make first, then dispose or waste. Okay, then here I will say that first you can take, make, and consume. Then what I will do, instead of disposing, I will say that remake, reuse the product, so that the wastage can be reduced. That means it is going a U-turn. So that's why it is making a circle, right? Right. So here what happens? So what is my goal here? The process I am not ignoring, the process I am accepting, but the thing, the last part, what is that? The disposing or throwing in the garbage, so which is being a hazardous for the environment, that one I am on there itself, I am making a U-turn. right? So reducing the wastage. So here the circular economy concept comes. So economy which is in a circular movement, right? So this economy, this circular economy benefits not only the environment, but for the business also. Because the person who are doing business or who are producing or the manufacturing, okay, so they are the businessman. Businessman means we very much know that business means what starts with money, ends with money. I am doing this work because I'm expecting something. That's called business. So if I do something, definitely I'll get something. Then only I will do. So for the businessman, first it should be motivated first, so that it will save time. So for the businessman, why it is what you can say, no, it is a plus point or favorable, because it saves the time of manufacturing and cost of manufacturing, and the delay what takes place in producing and delivering to the customer, that delay it can reduce and meet the expectations of the consumer. Then how do he meet the expectations of the consumer? Consumer always dynamic. He don't want the regular product. He wants always modified and latest trendy ones only he likes. Attractive color, attractive usage, right? So I will redesign it. So once the thing is going for scrap, before going to sending into the scrap, I will be redesigning, modifying that, remake that in such a way that the same existing product will be turn out as a new product. Okay, so and the consumer also will be happy, because in less time he's getting the product, designer product, a different product, or his dream product at an affordable price, right? So this is the one, the circular economy takes place. So the businessman is happy. And what about the consumer? Because as just now I said that he's happy that he's getting in no time. That means in no delays at all, isn't it? And it can be easily accessible for the consumer. And the consumer always look for the less price. So that also is meeting. So businessman is happy. That means production part also happy and consumption part is happy. Okay, so that's why the circular economy comes, because it is fulfilling the traditional economy. At the same time, it is reducing the waste, which the traditional economy could not able to reduce. That's why it's hampering the growth of the environment, right? So that's the reason we must know about the circular economy. So now I will start my topic. One second, right. Now we will know that already just now explained the traditional or linear economy, what I said, it's a simply one, what you can say, one side, one way. Okay, how you are saying two ways, one way, U-turn, how you are saying, so like that, one way it is. That means take, make, waste, finished. Then don't touch that product, finished, over. Okay, so that type of approach was there for linear economy. But what about the circular economy? I will reduce the wastage. How do I reduce the wastage? Means here the waste when it came. So when the take, make, waste when it came, after that the circular economy role comes. Okay, before that the same linear economy. Take, make, waste, till make and consumption, the circular economy will do the same thing. But the waste, when the waste stage comes, then the circular economy role comes. So he will reduce the waste and reuse the same existing product instead of throwing into the garbage, and recycle the product and recover the product. So what will happen? It will reduce the time lag. Okay, suppose I will waste the product and I will produce the new product. When I'm going to the new product, again I will take the raw material, again I will engage the workers, again I will engage the machines, time, everything. Right? Again, I need to plan for the product and all, and the methods of production. So much of it is there in that, in the process of production. Then I will be producing the product and it will reach to the consumer. So it takes ample that sort of time, right? So, and at the same time, it is the wastage also increases. So here what I will do, gap will come. So the existing product only will be used. So it will, the life of this product will continue, right? And then that also, if it is after little time, then again it will go for the new product. So the time gap when it came, it is a breathing space for the environment, so that environment can slowly decompose and try to control itself, right? So that same like our body, how you are saying. Okay, same how our body is functioning, same like environment also, we should give time, because nature heal itself. Right? So, but the time should be given. If without giving time, if you pile up the things one after the other, then he cannot do the first one. How could he do the 10th one, 11th one, 12th one? Okay, so we should give time to the nature so that it can heal itself, right? Now, another aspect of the economy is the vision. Okay, so always the economy looks for the profit. Okay, economy means, as someone said, that starts with money or ends with money, right? Creation of wealth. So here always look for the profit, right? Without profit, nothing will work out. So why do I make the product? When no one is going to purchase my product, then I will not make, right? So here the profit is required. But here the linear economy, it is only the short-term profitability. Once I produce 100 units of goods and sold to the consumer, I got money. So my investment I got, and extra money also I got. So I am happy, right? So consumer are also happy, he got. But no one is taking care of the environment where I am throwing away this what is scrap items, right? So it's very difficult for the businessman to convince that we need to wait the profit. Okay, that much quickly will not get, but you will get, right? So, but long term you can survive. It will be sustainable profit you will get. So like that, to be convinced for the this circular economy can able to convince the businessman. So linear economy is only giving the short term, and the long run, okay, or in the future, there is no guarantee, completely dark. No question of profit in the long run, because we are spoiling the environment, we are spoiling our atmosphere. So how could you think of the survival only difficult, then how could you think of producing something and selling something and getting money and surviving, right? So the long-term sustainability, the circular economy, what it promotes, it says that slowly you can get the profit and you can survive and you can enjoy the benefit also in the long run. So survival is the most important. Once I survive, then only I can think of something. So that's the circular economy promotes. Then coming to the perspective is sustainability perspective. So here it is having less impact that means the minimizing environmental impact means it is giving very less benefit to the environment. Okay, but whereas the circular economy is maximizing the environment benefit and it is valuing the resources. Okay, what resources we have given by the Mother Earth, how carefully we are using those resources, right? Then coming to the fourth distinction is the linear economy is, that means business point of view, it is product centric. How many goods I produce? 100 units. Oh, okay. One batch of 100 units over. Then next 200 units, then 300 units. So I'm getting profit as per that. But here, the circular economy, it doesn't mean that it opens some, it is facilitating some charity. It's not like that. Circular economy also looking for profit only, but it is service oriented approach. That means I will get profit, I will survive, let others also survive, right? It's not that 1 day or 2 days or few days only that I can enjoy. After that also I should enjoy. That means from the day one, I should have my approach should be service oriented. Right, so the same linear economy and circular economy. So here, same thing. It is the pictorial presentation was there. So I found it's very relevant. So I kept it in my presentation. So you can see that linear economy that take resources, make, use, dispose, and waste. So that is the landfills. Right now, the circular economy, you see here also the same pictures are there, but the pattern is different, right? The movement is different. Here, first raw material I will take, the same thing take here, take raw material. And here what? Design the product in such a way that when it comes to the end product, then it should be again recycled. Okay, design the product so that I can give provision so that it can be, in the future, it can be repairable, it can be modified, it can be used for something else. Okay, or the parts of the product may be used for something else. Like that provision I should make, right? Then the consumer will never throw that in the garbage, right? So design the product, then produce the product, then sell to the retailers. Retailers means, I think we all are well known, the retailers and wholesalers. Wholesalers means that at a whole or a huge quantity I will be selling. Retailers means piecewise, right? So the end goal, what you can say, the end user of the product, that the retailers. Okay, retailers will be selling the piecewise product to the consumers. Then it will go to, once the retailer it goes, then he will be selling, then the households they are consuming the product. Then after some time, once the lifetime of the product over, then it will start repairing. Then the provision already kept while designing, so it will go for the repair and it can be reused. And still after some time, when it is no use, then it can be thrown into the garbage. Okay, so once it is being collected, the scrap items, once it's collected, then it will go for recycling. So this recycling is again the redesign, right? So what did you understand? So here that the where it started, again it is coming back. So in this process, the first product what I produce, same thing only, I am increasing the lifespan of the product. But here it is, I am just one use, I am just throwing away. Then I'm and producing another one, new one. So here the new one I'm not producing, existing one only I'm repairing. So after some time I will go for the new one. So in this way what happened, the producing the new products will be less. How much less new products I will produce, less I will dependent on the resources. So my target is to preserve the resources, also fulfilled, because I'm producing less products, so less resources I need, right? So that's the reason the circular economy is highly popular. Now coming to that, what is circular economy in detail? It is an economic system, as we discussed just now. And we know that in economics, production and consumption both are the two sides of a coin. So there cannot be production when there is no consumption. No one is there to eat, then what I will produce? If no one is producing, then what I will eat, right? So production and consumption both are the two sides of a coin. And after that, then the waste comes. Okay, that means after consuming, so what are left out, or maybe it is no use, then I will be throwing in the dustbin. So that waste to be managed is there in the circular economy. Okay, then coming to that, the circular economy is trying to maximize the scarce resources. Scarce means the limited resources which are available in the environment, so that I will be using, okay, in such a way that so that it can be minimize the pollution while I dispose the waste material. So I'm using the resources carefully, and the waste also I am disposing. While disposing the waste material, I just be very careful that it should not create more pollution. It should not pollute the environment. Okay, if ever it is polluting, the pollution should be minimal. Okay, then circular economy is a key factor, so which will give me the sustainable development. That means development forever, sustaining the development forever, it will be there. So which will help me if I adopt the circular economy practice, then I can reach the sustainability. Okay, and this is the most important also. This practice is also most important, not simply that it is the waste reduction, protecting the environment, but these days it's in, I can say it's a need of the hour. Why? Because as we are witnessing the global warming, ecological destruction, okay, so the circular economy practice only can save us, so it's a must. And as I am continuing with the same, that we are able to recognize the availability and consumption patterns of the limited resources what you have. Okay, so these circular practices help us that I could able to recognize or identify, okay, what are the natural resources are available, in what quantity, and what are the consumption patterns, how much I can use. Okay, with less quantity, how could I use? I can maximize the usage. Okay, not that I want 4 tons of so-and-so raw material, so 4 tons I will take. No, if I can take less, and how efficiently I can use. For that, I need to use my brain, or that means innovative ideas or new things. That means our thinking, that brainstorming, what I say, no. So that to be used. Then I can think of the different alternative where I have limited resources, and I can fulfill the maximum my what I can say the demands. Same thing it applies when we have less money in our pocket, 1,000 rupees only in our pocket, but we have a list of things. Then how do we prioritize the things, right? Whichever is most important, we are going for that. Remaining we are saving. That means we know that our money is very less, so the list of desires are there. That also how I will prioritize, and I will just preference. I can maintain the preference. So likewise, the resources are limited, given by the Mother Earth. So how efficiently I will use and how innovatively I think that I can use the same quantity of resources but fulfills or serves multiple purpose. Okay, and this circular economy, why it is most important? Why? Because it can minimize the environmental footprints. Environmental footprint means the carbon footprints or the pollution, it can be reduced. Okay, throughout the product's life cycle. So product life cycle means right from the starting when it is raw material stage, from to the next stage. There's so many stages of the process of production is there, no? So throughout the process of the production, and once it is being produced, then it will go to the consumer for consumption. So throughout the product's life cycle, how do I minimize the what you can say, no, waste, and how could I minimize the what you can say, no, the negative or harmful effect? So that I will be doing that with the help of the circular practices. If I adopt the circular practices, definitely I can minimize the harmful effects onto the environment throughout the product's life cycle. Okay, because I cannot stop producing the product, because products are fulfilling our desires, because we are human beings, so we have to fulfill our desires. Then how we could fulfill the desires? With the help of the products and services. And how could these products and services could be produced? With the help of the resources. Okay, and those resources are limited. Then how do I categorize and how do I use those efficiently, or optimum usage? How do I find out? That can be facilitated by the circular practices. Okay, so that the excess energy can be retained and can be useful for the future generation, so that they can consume that. Okay, otherwise it will completely replenish. Now, the circular practices can also help us to redesign the existing product, as we have discussed earlier, and repairable and durable, so that long term I can use the same product. Okay, then it is also helping to that means you can say that it motivates to share the product, lease the product. So lease means the renting. Okay, so rentals, what you can say, or reusing and repairing the product. Okay, same product. So that means generally the sharing and leasing done by the industries. Okay, the same maybe the transport you can take, or vehicle you can take, the same vehicle, some 2-3 companies were using simultaneously, so that they will be paying the rent together. So one day 3 companies are using, so one day's rent will be given to the transport owner, so that one day's rent will be distributed among the industries, right? So these all things are that means these are how these ideas have come, because our brain is thinking in a different way to conserve the resources, right? To preserve the resources, preserve the money, right? So which is limited. So these circular practices, once we started adopting, then these ideas will come one by one. So it will benefit both the parties. So it can restore our ecosystem, right? And we can the ecosystem is the ecological system or the environmental circle, what is there, which is a chain system. So that can be restored with the help of this renewable energy, which can be regenerated again. So here now I am going to tell about some solution providers, right? So already you said, ma'am, so many things. Okay, how the environment can be protected, what is circular economy, what is the role of circular economy, fine. Now, who will provide that? Everything I only cannot innovate. I only cannot, I can say, the break my head to get the new ideas, this brainstorming ideas. So we are not the god, so we cannot get, you will say, right? I am highly agreeing with you. So for this, we have some solution providers. Okay, so here I brought one example, which is called the Zero Waste Circular Solution. So this is a technological driven company in India, it is. So it provides zero waste solutions. Okay, that means what solution they are giving depends upon what problems you have, or where you have the issues of different organizations, different issues are there. So those people, those organizations can contact this solution provider. So they provide by observing or monitoring the issue, to what extent that is spoiled, or to how much the volume of the waste materials are left out. So basing on that they decide, or maybe the category, it is a liquid waste is more, or the waste is related to electronics, or it is plastic waste, or whatever it is. So they will, depends on that, they just create new ideas and try to dispose it in a what you can say, no, green technology or green way. Okay, so it transforms the waste of the organization into valuable raw materials and reducing the landfill. Okay, that means which occupies this waste when it's piled up layer by layer, as I told you earlier, it is taking the so much of space of the earth. Okay, so that landfill which is creating hazardous results to the environment, so that landfill use can be reduced by given the solution by this particular solution provider. Okay. The next we are having the circular economy in sustainable energy management. The same, the zero waste circular solution provider only. I have taken that. So how this particular solution provider is helping us in energy management which is sustainable. That means for a long term, the energy can be managed. That means should not go waste. Energy can be better used and preserved. Sustainable means for a long period of time, right? So here we can see the circle itself says that depends upon the company commitment. The company is committing that that I will go green. I will go green. I will go in such a way that it should not create any harm to the environment, but my problem also to be solved, right? So first the company's commitment, basing on that, he will understand the which energy to be used, how to use the energy, in what way I can use the energy, in what quantity I can use the energy, and which method I will use. Then once he decides that, then he will plan. Okay, he will make a planning that first I will do that, second I will do that, and it will go in this process, right? So one planning and organize the things, assemble the things. Then once the planning and organization done, then it will go for the implementation part, right? That means reducing the wastage. Okay, the implementation part. Then once the implementation done, then the rest is left out, the verification or supervising, right? So this is going in a circle. Right. So sustainable energy management and circular economy, these solution providers are, I can say that they're boon on this earth, because everyone will not get idea. And these particular solution providers like this, many are there. So I brought a few. Okay, this one I brought. So they are giving the new ideas, and they are completely into this particular field only, and they are doing a lot of R&D to create new ideas. Because every problem, every issue is not the same. Every organization has different type of wastages, right? Every wastages are not equal. So all the liquid wastes are not equal. Some liquid waste are very harmful, right? So based on that, so depends upon the wastage and the quality and the category, the solutions are different. So these people are doing a lot of R&D or research and development in that particular aspect and providing solution. For that, this is their business. Okay, for that they're getting money, and the other companies also can able to dispose their waste in a green manner or in a healthy manner. Now here again, I can just highlight that this particular solution provider, how it is able to manage the energy. First, it is reducing the greenhouse gas emissions and utilizing the resources optimally. That means not more, not less. And it is using those technologies so that it can depend less on the fossil fuels. Okay, fossil fuels means the natural resources, the non-renewable resources, that coal, crude oil, and natural gas. So dependence on those non-renewable resources will be reduced by the solution providing by this particular solution provider. Okay, and smart grids. The smart grids that means the enable the integration of renewable energy sources and facilitate energy storage. Okay, so it is able to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions, and dependency on the fossil fuels will be reduced. And again, it is facilitating the energy storage. So reducing the gas emissions and dependency also reduces, and again facilitating the storage also. Okay, so these three things says that it will go to the path. It is creating a path, so that the path is what? The sustainable development with the help of these circular economy practices or the solutions provided by this particular solution providers, right? And here also the consumers also can be able to participate in the energy management and fosters a resilient or sustainable energy infrastructure. So when the awareness will be created in the among the consumer, they also will understand, yes, the importance of protecting the environment, and they also will understand that we also should contribute something. Okay, the businessmen, how they are doing, we also do from our part, and they should be ready, and so that they also can help in this particular practice, so that there will be sustainable energy infrastructure can be developed. Now again, another thing what this in this process it happens is that through energy sharing and collaborative initiative, as I told you, the energy sharing, maybe the transport, maybe the vehicle, or maybe the raw material, or maybe the godown. So we are sharing the same godown of both the companies, neighbor companies. So instead of going for rent or lease on some new room or godown, better I will be the same godown only we will be sharing among the industries. Okay, so energy sharing and collaborative initiatives. So collaborative means when you are working together. Okay, one company with the other company, or one company with the government, or one company with the we can say the finances, or financial institutions, or one company with the suppliers, or one company with the raw material supplier, or you can say that one company with the other sort of the businesses, whatever they're collaborating, means working together. So this energy sharing and working together, what will happen means it promotes the resource efficiency. That means we are start giving the value to the existing resource. Earlier we are not thinking for the future. We got the resource, we are using, throwing, but now we are valuing the resource. So when we are valuing something, we will make use of efficiently, right? So these things are helpful because of the circular economy. Circular economy is only promoting us or helping us, or I can say that it is boosting us. Okay, so now what is the role? Now government, what is the role of government? So government must provide incentive for this type of practices. That means any company, whoever is practicing or adopting this circular economy practice, or energy efficient practice, or waste reduction practice, then government must provide some incentives, because this incentives is a what you can say, no, is a motivation for the businessman, because businessman goal is always to get profit. Okay, so consumers might think that we need to survive in this environment, so we want. But businessmen, to motivate the businessman only, which will motivate most? The money, right? So money is the incentive for the energy efficient practices. So government should provide that, and collaboration among governments. So government also should collaborate with the industries, or R&D departments, or research institutes, and what you can say, the government should take utmost care to recruit the experts in the research and development institutes, and the government should collaborate with the business people, or the companies, industries, small scale, large scale, medium scale industries, and the separate communities will be there who are working for this, who are creating awareness for them, who are sharing the knowledge. Okay, so these all things should come together, means join hands. Then different brains will come up with different ideas. Okay, if the alone one institute working, or one person is working, then one idea or few ideas only will be generated. But if the many organizations work together, then multiple ideas or brilliant ideas might come up, so which will be for the highest good for us, right? So this way also we can reach the sustainable energy management. Another thing, the last one I want to say, that educational programs, okay, to create awareness, educate people, okay, campaigning, okay, and just telling the slogans of that we need to take care of the earth, and community initiative. So this type of things, what happens, it will create some change in the behavioral pattern of the consumer. So once the person, what you can say, the brainwash, you can say in that way also, but don't take it negatively. Brainwash in the sense, that means that I will understand all the negative thoughts what I had earlier, that completely washed away, and all the positive things only now instilled into my brain, because of these all educational programs and the campaigning and all the meetings and all everywhere. So these things are changing my behavior. So who am I? I'm the consumer, right? And it helps me to, and it encourages me, I can say, that energy saving practices at home also. I will see that unnecessarily I should not switch on the lights, unnecessarily I will not, what you can say, charges we are putting on the socket, but we are not what you can say, not simply we just plug in. Okay, when we are not in use also, simply you are plugging. Okay, so this type of things I can avoid. Okay, and if foster a culture of sustainability, that means any work I will do, I will think that resources are given by the Mother Earth, and this to be preserved. If that type of thought is inculcated, so automatically people start doing that, because human beings, we tend to learn, right? Now, So now another one, I will just highlight the Ellen MacArthur Foundation. It's a charitable organization. So this is supporting the business and organization, and it is working towards the circular economy. Okay, and here it is having partners with many organizations and many stakeholders, right from the Google to the UN Environment Program. So it's the main motto of this Ellen MacArthur Foundation is that the whole economy should completely, there will be a shift, or I can say transition must take place from the traditional economy or the linear economy to the circular economy. So here, if you want to know a little bit about the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, so here the goal is that not only the environmental goal, though I said it's a charitable organization, but we know very much that only charitable organization, only charity if you do, it will not fill my mind. Right, so I feel that if I'm getting that charity, what I am getting in return, one or the other day I will think like that. So environmental goals and economic goals also, then it will work out. So then the businessman will be motivated. So I am getting the benefit, the goal of my business is getting the benefit. Okay, at the same time I'm protecting the environment also. So when this both will go simultaneously, then the circular economy will be successful. Okay, the circular economy practices can be successful, or practices can be initiated. So when environmental goal and economic goal both go simultaneously, right? And here it has a target that growth is not only for the temporary, whereas the linear economy says that short term, only the short term you will get the profit, but here in the circular economy, it says that this particular foundation says that this organization achieve the growth and the profit both in the short and the long term. That means not that in the linear economy we are getting the profit at a time in the short term, and future we don't know what will happen. But in the circular economy, in the short term also we will get and in the long term also we'll get. That means we are secured that in the future also I can survive and I can enjoy the benefit. So that feeling compulsory, it will drive them to work towards that, right? The next is that now this particular foundation, he had some target that by 2030 that 48% of carbon dioxide emissions can be reduced by using what? By using the circular economy practice, though it is helping to all the organization and trying to promote the circular economy. So these materials can be reused and repaired and remanufactured. Okay, so here one thing we want to know, it is very much clearly explained. One second. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, pardon me. So here, this the circular economy, here the 48% what he has taken the target that by 2030 that carbon dioxide emission can be reduced. So he's working for that. Now in nature there is no waste. Now the circular economy says that here the what all, that means suppose there is no waste, everything is discarded, one entity benefits the another. That means suppose we have the ecological balance. If the, just like a chain system, if someone one particular person died, means it will be the food for the another one. Okay, so one animal died means it is a food for the animal. So it is a biological chain system. Okay, so here it is saying that everything discarded by one entity benefits. Hello. Hello. Okay. So here, by following the nature, how the nature is working, so design can not only be maintained but benefit and regenerate the existing system. As I told, the circular, it starts from one product and then it is the end life is coming. From there again it is taking birth. So same like the nature, how it is working out. So the circular economy also works in the same manner. Now here now already we have discussed, so what is circular economy, how it is differentiated from the traditional economy, how this is helping out to protect the environment, what are the energy sources, how the energy management is important for protecting the environment, how circular economy helps in managing the energy sources. Okay, so these things we understood, and we understood the solution providers also, how they are helping out all the organizations, government, and every entity they are helping. Okay, the solution provider are helping in that. Okay, so that the whole environment will be clean and green. Right now we will be knowing about the few industries or the case studies of who is adopting the circular economy and getting benefited out of that. So few I brought. So one is that Airbnb or Aid Bed and Breakfast. So it is an American company. Okay, it's an online marketplace or online it's business. Okay, so it is for short and long term homestays and experience in various countries and regions. That means here it is giving that homestay is simply just like a lodging, what you can say, any travel place or any tourist place, wherever you want to go. So there you can directly go to that website and you can book for homestay, and it will give you the thrilling experience and that near to the travel. Okay, they will try to satisfy the people and whoever wants to spend their time in that tourist places. Okay, so this Airbed and this Airbnb is facilitating that particular service and getting money for that in return. So that's the business of this Airbnb, is that only to meet the demands of the consumers who wants to stay in the tourist places, and it allows the people to save their underutilized resources like vehicles, spare rooms, which minimizes the construction of houses. That means it is the Airbnb. Suppose I have some 2-3 rooms in some tourist places. So what I will do, I will just save this which I'm not using. So I will use this this particular rooms or so whatever vehicle. Suppose I'm having spare rooms, I'm having, so I will just book into the Airbnb company. So this Airbnb company will be using that and giving rent or giving rent to the people, and so that I can earn money. Okay, so instead of constructing the new rooms or instead of purchasing the vehicle which has to be produced, so which all again the take, make, waste, right? So instead of that, already some people are having that, we are simply sharing. So I will be simply I will share my things. No, for that I will be getting money, because I have shared my underutilized resources, so I'm getting money. So through what is the media? Media is the channel, medium channel is the Airbnb, right? So the Airbnb company is facilitating in that way. Okay, it started in the August 2008, and after 2017 also, it is still growing. Till now it is growing, and it is keep on increasing and crossing so many levels. So little the slight history of that I found, so I felt I will put it here. So coming to that Airbnb in India, so all over the world it is working. The Airbnb partnered with the Ministry of Tourism because India is rich in cultural heritage. So Airbnb try to promote the India as a tourist destination and support the heritage properties, and so that our cultural heritage can be exposed to all over the world and many tourists will be attracted. And so this is a business. So the Airbnb will get benefit and the tourists also get benefit, and India also will be getting benefit by providing the spaces to the company. So they launched the Soul of India to showcase the national heritage days. Okay, so the platform, the Airbnb is a platform. Okay, through this media, the Indian travelers are interested both in the domestic and international destinations, supporting these unique experiences. Okay, maybe the foreigners or maybe the domestic, maybe the Indians, or they are able to reach to different places and can have a lovely stay. And this who is facilitating this Airbnb company is facilitating. Now I'll give you another example, is Uber Eats. Okay, so Uber, we have the Ola, we have the vehicles, right, transport. But here Uber Eats also we have, which we are well known. So which delivering the food package whenever, just like Zomato and all. So here the Uber Eats companies expands with zero emission deliveries and sustainable packaging. Okay, this so here the Uber Eats, they are not producing that, they are not providing the solution for that, for sustainable packaging, but they are partnered with a Deliver Zero, which is a company. So this company exclusively offers this solution. It's a solution provider company, so who is offering a unique reusable packaging solution, so which reduces the packaging waste from food delivery and takeout, right? So earlier they used to go for the plastic boxes and all, isn't it? So that is again biodegradable, non-biodegradable. So that's the reason this Deliver Zero is offering a unique packaging, so which will reduce the packaging waste. So it cannot eliminate completely, but it can reduce the packaging waste, because the earlier the packaging were completely non-biodegradable. So now it will minimize that. And the aim is to eliminate emission from all Uber Eats deliveries worldwide by the 2040. Means it has also kept a target that by 2040, so they will try to eliminate all this type of emissions and gases, and end unnecessary plastic waste from deliveries by 2030. Okay, so they have made the target. So once we will keep the target and do, then definitely we will reach the target. And here they emphasize the need for affordable and accessible electrical vehicles, so that again we know that we are having the e-vehicles. Okay, so without the petrol and gas, we are using the electrical vehicles we are having, so which is the supporting the green environment. So see, accessible the electrical vehicles and e-mobility solutions. So this particular company, Deliver Zero, is helping out in this particular regard. Then we have another company, IKEA. So this IKEA company is completely about its recyclable designs. Okay, it reduces the need for raw material and ensures the product. That means this particular company, it's a battery industry. So it's part of the battery industry. So it is producing the batteries. So this company is doing what? Means this company is working on the circular movement, because it's adopting the circular practice in the battery manufacturing. So how it is adopting the circular practice means what are the parts of the phones, okay, maybe the batteries, maybe the cameras, maybe the screens, what all things, whether when the lifespan is over or broken. Okay, so people simply, this electronic waste is simply throwing in the garbage, right? So here what this company do means, this company does, by taking those all broken and not used batteries and cameras and some other parts of the smartphones, again they are recycling, they are making it reuse, and so that the waste what it generates earlier, that will be reduced. So it can be reused, remanufactured, and cycled. So the life of the battery, they're increasing. Instead of manufacturing the new battery, existing battery only they're rotating. So this particular company, IKEA company, they're working on in this way, so that they are getting benefited and consumer also getting benefited, and environment, of course, it is getting benefited, because it is able to reduce the waste, and the resource, how much it is required to produce a new one, that extraction also being reduced, because I am not producing new one. So I will be producing new one very less, because the existing one only I am doing on a rotation basis. And once that also, if that there is no hope for producing something new, then I can go for the new one. So they are helping in the protecting the environment. Then another company is coming, Patagonia. So it is an American retailer of outdoor recreation, clothing, equipment, and food also they are doing. But initially, it was founded by Yuval Choinat. Okay, so in California. So initially he was a rock climber. So he started selling the hand-forged mountain climbing gear, which is required when you climb the mountain. Okay, so later on, slowly, because of its what you can say, that performance and the transparency and good ethics it carries, so it is certified as the B Corporation, or California Benefit Corporation. And the purpose of this company changed in 2018 is the business to save the home planet. Of course, the goal of business is money, goal of business is profit, right? But here it is also started in that way only in the initially, but in 2018 the perspective had changed. Means it doesn't mean that it is running on a charity. No, it is also looking for money, but on the path of the green technology, right? And the Patagonia, though it started with the what you can say, started with the mountain climbing equipment, then later it extended to the clothing, Okay, and in the clothing also it is adopting the circular practices, and it is offering a repair service through its worn wear program. So wherever the clothes are torn out or something which we don't like and we want to dispose it, those type of clothes we can directly go to the worn wear program. In that we can enroll. Okay, there we can in that particular site we will be getting the service. So in this way, what happened, the garments, instead of directly throwing into the garbage, so we are extending the life, and the new garments, to produce the new garment, the process or the raw material or the resources what are required being reduced. Okay, we are minimizing the waste, and because we are using the same product again and again, and so that before so once we discard, so instead of that means before we discard the product, we are using these all practices. So once there is no scope for further what you can say extending the life of the product, then we can go for the new product. So by this time the earth will get most time to recover itself, right? The another company we can say that Cycle. So it is urban mining for e-waste. Okay, so here the e-waste means the electronic waste. So electronic waste is how this Cycle company is helping. So this is also a battery industry. So here the in urban mining, it's extracting the valuable materials such as that lithium, cobalt, and nickel, and from discarded electronic devices. Okay, and again it is using it for other products. That means the extracting the raw material from the earth, company recycle electronic waste and recover the precious resources and reducing the need for mining. So if I do mining, then I can manufacture a battery, but I am using the extraction of the existing or gone batteries, what all we are throwing. So from there the extracts I am taking, again I am reusing that. Okay, so in this way what happened, the burden on the environment reduced, and because the waste has been reduced, the disposal has been reduced. Okay, so this way because there are the harmful effects are there. So when we are disposing these batteries, so we might have heard that these batteries, we should not throw the batteries along with the other garbage. Okay, because it is having the hazardous effect. So this Cycle is doing a great job by extracting these materials and recycling it. And here if you go a little bit more about that, 2023 sustainability report of Cycle says that Cycle commitment to integrate ESG, or that means the environmental, social, and governance principle across its operation. Okay, so that report is witnessing that Cycle is adopting these all principles. And it also says that waste management, in that it is having a significant role, and the reduction also, the emission reduction also, it's in keep on progressing in that particular company. Okay, so Cycle also joined the UNGC, or United Nations Global Compact, and reinforcing its commitment to achieve the corporate sustainability. So it's a great company. So like this company, many companies should come up and should work towards the protecting the environment. Now you can see in the fashion. Okay, if we see the fashion, here also circular practices, how it is done, because we know that fashion every day, today it came, goes, today came, goes, comes, goes, comes, goes, right? So today if the new fashionable item has come, means it will not stay for a long time. Okay, so there is no guarantee. So today everyone felt that new design has come, then tomorrow we see that some new design will come, some other design will come, then today what I purchased become the outdated. So it's a the people are having a craze about to wear that designer product or the latest product, right? So in this way what happened, what all they purchased earlier will be simply, they're not using that. Okay, so what they're doing, simply they're throwing in the garbage. So these all things are again piled up, and it's been very difficult to eliminate the waste. Okay, of these all the waste of the textile waste, what you can say, so very difficult to again to cover up. Okay, so this is being it proves a hazardous for the health of the environment. Now H&M company is a developing clothing lines. So this particular company is using this recycled material. That means suppose I have purchased today and used hardly for once and twice, then I want to dispose, right? So those type of recycled material materials, and they are using that. Okay, those type of material they're using. Again, they are going for the process of the recycle. And for example, the fabric, different fabrics we are getting, the polyester, satin, and cotton yarn or the silk yarn. Okay, so they are just taking out the polyester made from the recycled plastic bottles, or cotton from used garments. Okay, they also offer garment color. That means same product when they're taking and they're recycling it in a different way. Okay, so different the yarns, they're extracting the completely, they're extracting the yarns from each fabric, and they're using in a multiple way. So these are all the ideas. It tells us that how efficiently I will use. Okay, and here they are also offering the garment collection services where customers can bring the old clothes for recycling. So this you might have heard or not, I don't know, but I have seen in many supermarket. I think many of you, maybe few of you at least, might be knowing that in supermarket or in some big malls, they will be asking, or they're giving some services that you can come and dump your old clothes. Okay, maybe they're specifying that cotton clothes or the synthetic clothes or silk clothes, something like that. That's giving the specification, and after that they will on behalf of that, that means what all the things you are just handing over to the mall or somewhere. So there in return, they are in exchange, they are giving you the new product. So people, what they will think, instead of purchasing the new product, at least my all the leftover clothes are simply piled up in my almirah, so better I will exchange it. Okay, so the companies, what they are doing, again they are using for it, they are recycling the clothes, old clothes, and giving it a new shape. Okay, now coming to the data, if you check that the less than 1% of the materials used to make clothes get recycled each year. That means thousands and tons of textiles end up in landfills. Very less percentage of materials were used for the recycling. Okay, so if we reuse and recycle the old clothes which were outdated fashion, then we can go in a U-turn you can take. That means again you can follow the circular. That means the same old product become the new product. The same old product, if I make some changes, then it will be a new fashion, because people are crazy about they're very much crazy about the fashionable items. So definitely they can go for that, right? In this way, what happens, the burden on the environment will be lessened. And the H&M company reduces its dependency on virgin resources or the natural resources and minimizes the impact of producing the new material. Of course, what we have decided, because the old product on it is being recycled. Now, here the same company, if you say the circularity gap report textile, if you just read, then you can understand that it is transformed the industry. Okay, by cutting production volumes. Earlier it was producing in huge quantity, right, and overproducing. But now what happened, it's not producing more, it has reduced the quantity, and the same quantity, what all the then how it is selling less? No, it is producing new products less, it is producing, and the existing old products it is again using for it and recycling it. Okay, and reusing that, redesigning it, remaking that. Okay, so this the report is the witness for that. It is evident, and it is also saying that it is having the broader environmental impacts, especially on the water ecosystem, and so that the water should not get spoiled and the wastages should not pollute the water. And it is focusing on the work and the wage system and better working condition, because this is also most important, because the people who are working, okay, whatever may be the motto, maybe the protecting the environment or giving the profit or whatever it may be the motive, but the wage levels and the working condition must be convenient or matching to the mindset of the workers, because it's them who are working, right? And collaborative action across science, technology, policy, and finance is needed for the circular textile economy. Not simply that I used some new idea and developed something new technology I have done, but government rules and regulation also should support my activity. Okay, and government also should finance me. Okay, at least give me the incentives or give me the loans at a reasonable rate of interest. Then it will be a boost to me, me, then what all ideas I got, then I can put it into practice. Okay, so simply I will think some new ideas and work out means it's not individual motivation. Okay, so this type of if you want to get success in this particular field means, then definitely these all the entities, or the maybe I said the policy makers or the finance or technology, these all things must be supporting to this particular activity, then only it will be successful. Now I will give you few examples. That Amsterdam, that is the capital city of Netherlands. So this city also adopting a strategic model. Okay, so what I want to do, so it is on circular food system. Okay, so this particular city working on the circular food system, what it is doing is, what all the food waste or left out will be there. So by using that, creating the new resources. That means not again the food item once spoiled means it's a perishable items, right? So once it is spoiled, so we cannot again retake that particular food. So what it is doing, whenever the leftover food or spoiled food is there, so that waste can be used to create the new resources for other products. What is the new resource? Not the food item, but like compost, bioenergy, or animal feed, so that the other needs, that means I want to fertile the soil. Okay, I want to give some vitamins to my soil, so then these wastage, food wastages can be used as a compost. Okay, and here also these food practices in the city improves the resource efficiency and reduce the landfill waste, and promotes the sustainable agricultural practice, because as long as my soil is fertile, automatically whatever I will grow, I will be getting good crops. Okay, my harvest will be good, right? And here also some example I have given, that leftover food from supermarket is collected and it's composted to create a nutrient rich soil for the local farms. Okay, wherever in the whole city, Amsterdam, so in this particular city, which is the capital city of Netherlands, so they are massively using this particular food system, so that they can promote the sustainable agricultural practices, and they can encourage the farmers in this area and create awareness among the farmers. And here it is, they are focusing on the three value chains. One is the food and organic waste, how to dispose the organic waste and food waste, in what way they can use. And in the coming to the consumer goods, so consumer focused completely on the consumer. So consumer, the person who is consuming or eating the things or using the things. So how they will reduce its consumption. Reducing its consumption means not half I will eat if I want to eat full. It's not like that. Reduce its consumption means how much required, that much only I will do. Okay, and suppose I am able to use the same resources for multiple purpose, then better I will not go for the new one. Same resources only I will use it. That means the consumption of new resources can be reduced, and the existing resources what all is in my hand, that I will use it efficiently. Then another thing, the consumer goods, is that I extract value from discarded goods. That means the goods which I am simply disposing, so there I will try to extract. That means maybe, for example, any electronic item, or maybe any furniture, or maybe any other thing. So if it is completely out of use, then we will see that can any part of this will be used for something else. Then let me think on that, right? So like that they are focusing. And coming to the building the environment, here we know that it's a joint effort. That means alone person, as I told you earlier, alone one particular company or one particular businessman, one particular government cannot do that work. It's a collaborative effort. It's a joint effort. As I told you, multiple people, multiple brains, multiple ideas, right? And the city sets the circular criteria in all the aspects of its particular country. Okay, it's particular city, every organization. Okay, we can say that commercial, non-commercial. So every organization, this particular practices are being followed. And now I will tell you the one more thing, that this one we are well aware that BMW. Okay, BMW iVision, which is the new one, is going to be launched, and it is completely digitally designed, and we can say the smart interior interface. The surface is, the interiors are very good, and it is the main motto is that they kept it, they used this particular, while manufacturing, they use the recycled materials and designs for easier disassembly. Disassembly means suppose tomorrow anything break down, or maybe after the lifetime some issue arises, then I can, again, the provision should be given so that I can open and again repair it and reuse it. So like that it is being designed. So I felt I will show you that. Next is that circular construction in the Netherlands. So it's a company called the Circular Bow, focuses on creating buildings. So here the construction point of view. So their circular practices, how it is being done. So here in this particular company focusing on the recycled materials. Whenever anything to be constructed, maybe building, maybe ship, or maybe anything else. So they are using the recycled materials instead of going for the new one and ordering the new resources. So then maybe the bricks, steel, glass. Okay, so they are in the new project, they are using the recycled materials. Okay, so in that way, what happened? The cost being reduced and efficient use of the waste one, which I felt earlier. So those things being given more valued and properly used, and very less money will be spent on the new one if it's required. Okay. Then this particular company also had a target that by 2050, so it has a target that by 2050, that the Netherlands, that it will achieve the circular construction. That means what all construction will be done throughout the country, we must follow the circular economy. Okay, so these particular practices will reduce the new raw material, need of the new raw material, conserve the energy, minimize the waste. Okay, and the same material can be reused. Okay, so we'll go for the another one, Dutch economy. Okay, circular Dutch economy. In the Dutch country, okay, in the Dutch economy, they are also adopting the circular economy in various aspects. And here they says that by 2050, that all the organization, okay, or the what you can say, that maybe industry or trade unions or financial institution or whatever may be there, everyone must know about that, the how efficiently we should use the raw material. So that's the one. And they're saying that government, there are 4 ways to make the Dutch economy circular. So how there are 4 ways where the whole country will be in a circular economy. So reducing the usage of raw material, okay, the substituting the existing raw material with something else, extending the life of the product, then the processing, high grade processing, so which can be reused. Okay, so the aim of the circular Dutch economy is that to reduce the emissions by 49% by 2030. Okay, so that means the carbon dioxide and methane gas and all the greenhouse gases, what is there, no, it want to reduce that. Okay, it's kept the target, and it also aiming that 95% reduction by 2050. So it is working very hard to reach that target. Okay, so again, and now if you come back to the India, so 2 more companies I brought, that is Klimeji company, Bangalore, so which is working for to reduce the plastic waste. So it is working towards how I will reduce the plastic waste. That means the gap between the brand and supply chain network. Okay, so how do I manage the gap? Okay, so here it is saying this green energy is useful in industries like petrochemical, automotive, power, packaging, etc. Okay, so they have designing the product in such a way that so that it can be recycled. Okay. So another company we have Eco Kadai Madurai. So it is a premier brand for manufacturers specializing in biodegradable and home compostable tableware with innovative products. Okay, especially people who look for the, I want to go for the organic and all the conscious, that means to earth friendly. Okay, earth friendly type of thoughts will be there. People who are conscious about those things, they generally go for this particular company. So which here we will find that home compostable tableware with innovative products crafted from natural materials like rice bran, rice husk, sugarcane, baggage. Okay, these all things. So it's a what you can say, very friendly to the environment. It will not create any. It's what you can say, fully biodegradable, and it is friendly and nicely can mingle in the earth. Okay, it will not create any hazard for us. Okay, and here this thing will be proved as an alternative to the plastic coated, as I told you, polythene coated paper cups. Okay, takeaway, plastic takeaways, food content. So this is an alternative for that. Okay, if you dispose also, it will not be, it will not create any harm to the environment. Okay, so the circularity promotion as products are designed for repurposing. Okay, so that means what? Here, what all we are having, the beverage cups we have. Okay, takeaway food containers are there, spoons. These all type of things can be transformed into seedling cups, bonsai grow pots. That means small plants at home we are keeping for that, for decoration in front of the house. So those things we can use that. Okay, so they are making products with a full of decoration and attractive colors and designs. So they are reusing that instead of throwing in the that means end up in the landfills or throwing in the on the garbage. So we can give a new shape to that. Okay, and zero waste and chemical free manufacturing is the main motto of this particular company, and that's why it is one of the top biodegradable product brand, okay, by Silicon India. So here another one is there in Cochin, that is agro soldier. So it is collecting the tons of organic waste from the household. We know about the organic waste. Okay, so it may be the animals, it may be the humans, the organic waste from households, restaurants, hospitals, shops, and make 100% natural, or can say that organic food for human and a natural fertilizer. So these organic waste all they are taking and using as a natural fertilizer, and then the food they are growing, so the food will be full of vitality. Okay, so the naturally the goods, the food will be produced. Okay, now another company we have, the Banko Janko, that is Mumbai. It is empowering the women and saving the, again, the textile waste it is. Okay, so people, once they're using the product and throwing in the garbage, that is scrap, and going for that and the new product. So this particular company, what it is doing, it is redesigning the leftover, the old left out the textiles. And another thing is that it is through this process, it is also doing another separate one, that is empowering the women. Empowering the women means by providing the training, okay, fair wages and safe working conditions. These three are very, very important. That means the need of an employee, and empowering the women so that their lifestyle will increase. Okay, once the person is going in a disciplined way, working and earning money, then automatically the quality of that person's life, definitely it will matter, it will change. Okay, so this particular company is safeguarding the women's right, or safeguarding or promoting the women, at the same time simultaneously protecting the earth also, right? Then another company in Hyderabad we have is the Aerocycle Solutions. So this is completely focused on the how to reduce the plastic waste. So one more company, Retext Bangalore. So this is also a textile waste. It is providing the solution for the textile waste and redesigning and recycling for different items. Okay, it is collecting the textiles, leftover clothes from the hotels, spas, gyms, what all the left out. Okay, those type of things that is picking up. Again, it is using, reusing it, and by going through a recycling process, then it will reusing. Okay, so like that we have, again we have then Bangalore Vishisht Lifestyle. It is also eco-friendly, offering natural skincare products. So here it is doing what means all ingredients in this particular company are 100% organic certified. Okay, no chemicals are being used, and these products are prepared once every month to ensure the freshness. Though there is no chemicals used, so every time they have to make new, because the life, because chemicals and preservatives will increase the life. Okay, so though it has the side effect also, that's the reason it is preparing every time fresh, and the expiry time will be very less here, and once it is done, it is creating the new, but it is not creating any burden on the environment, because it is all the natural products. Okay, then so we have understood that all the companies who are adopting these circular practices, both national level and international level, and we also came to know about the solution providers, the separate companies who are working and providing services to all the organization and government or school or residential areas, everywhere, wherever we are having the wastages, okay, piled up. So they're giving the solution to them. Okay, that is their business. So that we understood. So now coming to the circular economy, what are the barriers stand in front of the circular economy, and what are the opportunities the circular economy is providing? Okay, so first one, the opportunity the circular economy provides is that whoever is the maybe the industries or maybe the household or maybe anywhere, whoever is adopting the circular practices, especially the businessmen, whoever the adopting the circular practices, to motivate them, financial incentives to be given, right? But the barriers here is that demand for these financial incentives have increased. So government is trying to support those businessmen who is adopting the circular practices and protecting the environment, fine, but that demand for that is keep on increasing, but for the government revenue is less and these expenses are more, right? Next is that effective consumer awareness and engagement. Because of the circular practices, the awareness increases and people will be engaged in thinking of new and working out and try to improve in that particular field. But here what happened, the difficulty arises in the network, okay, in the circular supply network. That means the proper functional relationship, what to be there, means one link of the other, one after the other, that circular network to build is becoming a difficult, little hassle there. Next is that because of the circular economy, there will be a shift in the behavior of the consumer. Okay, consumer, how he was thinking earlier, now he's thinking slightly changed, and perception, way of thinking, attitude, and okay, the way they were looking earlier, now they were the way now at present how they are looking towards the development or life is different. Okay, and the consumer being updated always, and they know that how to use, and after the use what to be done, that is post use or return the product, to whom to return. So these all things that awareness being created. But what about the obstacle here, the barrier? What? So the barrier is that though it's a good, it's a positive signal for the circular economy or towards the consumer, but still the obstacles arising from the consumer behavior, and there is some limitations in product re-engineering. That means not all the consumers are behaving in that way. There are some consumer where the behavior is not at all shifting, right? And coming to the re-engineering also, not all the products can be re-engineered. Okay, there are still products out there which cannot be re-engineered. Though I am saying that re-engineering can be done, remake can be done, reuse can be done, but in how, what way? So there I need the brainstorming, right? So everywhere the ideas are not somewhere that I will go and purchase, right? You have to use our brain. So not all the problems can be solved, not all the products can be re-engineered. That is a big barrier, right? Then coming to that, investment in recycling technologies. So the circular economy always promotes that we keep invest in recycling technology so that the same product can be reused or the wastage can be reduced. But here, this innovative technology or the recycling technology, what I said, so that is also not in unlimited in number, right? So there also, because of lack of the innovative technology also, many products which could not be recycled. Right. Next is that harmonization of regulation. Okay, this should be uniform or similar, or the what you can say justifiable regulations or rules regulation to be provided who are adopting the circular practices. But still, it's on the, that means who is giving that regulations, rules and regulation? Government, from the side of the government. But still, because of so many issues, so we cannot find that harmonized and standardized regulation, because the issues day by day increases in a different categories. It is being categorized in a different way. Okay, so these are the opportunities and barriers to the circular economy, and most of these barriers are external. So all the companies, because they are also the human beings, right? So they also cannot solve of their own. And government, it's only the government who can come forward and try to give or create some additional incentive to boost this existing businessman, so that the transition can take place from the traditional economy to the circular economy, right? So this is all about the role of circular economy in minimizing the footprints of carbon footprints of the environment. So I have come to an end. Thank you. And if you have any doubts, anything, you can.
Dear participants, if you have any queries, any doubts, you can ask the madam and get it cleared in the topic. If you happen to have any doubts in the session.
Good evening, madam.
Okay.
Last couple of months, I read a news about Earth is generating a new things that can heal plastic and all these things. Is it true?
But please repeat.
Our Earth is naturally trying to decompose the waste which human is producing. It is regaining the new what we call new things in it, like that I heard.
No. Thing is that if it is a biodegradable or human waste, okay, then it can be, it will take little time, and it will decompose. Coming to the plastic, not all the plastic, it will take its own time. So we are having variety of plastic, right? Some now, as I told you, that paper cups, we are having the polythene coated. Okay, it's so it is not completely non-biodegradable. It is biodegradable, but not fully, like that normal paper, not normal newspaper, how it is biodegradable. It's not that much, but okay. But we cannot bring it into the biodegradable. We can bring it again under the non-biodegradable only. That's why you might have seen that many people are not having tea in the paper cups, though it is disposable, right? Because once they came to know that it is a polythene coated, so they don't want, because it is having the side effect, because the heat it absorbs. So invisible, that thing, it will happen. Okay, that some chemical, it will pile up into that, and that only we are drinking. So most of the people, so who knew about these things, they just try to avoid that type of thing. So that's the one. So it is not proved that everything it is biodegradable, but there is some limitation for that. So we should know about that thing completely. If any updates, anything is there in the news, then definitely I will try to reach to you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Right. Through the coordinator, I will send.
Any questions from any other participants? So I'll take it as no questions now. So on behalf of the organizing committee and all the participants of this faculty development program, I take this opportunity to extend a sincere gratitude to Dr. Vani Chinta Madam for delivering such a fascinating and insightful session on circular economy in minimizing environmental footprints. Madam, your session was very informative and inspiring. You have beautifully highlighted how the circular economy can play a pivotal role in conserving natural resources, managing waste efficiently, and maintaining ecological balance. We deeply appreciate your time and effort in preparing and presenting this session, which has greatly enriched our understanding of this critical subject. Your expertise and passion for the topic have left a lasting impression on all of us. So once again, I thank you, Dr. Vanita ma'am, for your valuable contribution to this community development program. We look forward to more opportunities to learn from you in the future. Thank you,
madam. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, and thank you for the participants who have actively participated. And the chat box I am seeing that is full of information. Thank you, and I just appreciate your what you can say, no, and you are so enthusiastic, and I appreciate your patience. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.